Herschel Walker, the Republican nominee for the Senate in Georgia. We're going to start to key in more and more on these races because what happens in Georgia, what happens in Ohio, what happens in Pennsylvania, what happens in Nevada, a couple more states that escape me, New Hampshire, off the top of my head. That's going to be really the most important races of 2022. We could retain the House, but unlikely, we're going to get legislation passed. I mean, I guess if we were to do big gains in the Senate, but I think that's unlikely. The key is maintaining control of the Senate so that there can be, so that we can continue to put judges on the bench. Ooh, boy. I just saw that new tweet. So let's take a look at Herschel Walker. Herschel Walker, you should know this, is an extremely moral man. He has some very, very strong moral beliefs about the responsibility of fathers. And here he is on the Charlie Kirk show expressing some of that.
We're better.
And I want to apologize to the African-American community because I know the fatherless home is a major, major problem. And Herschel Walker, who was born in Wrightsville, Georgia, I took care of a lot of people in my hometown. I took care of a lot of the places around where I grew up. I was being like a father to some of those kids that may have had fathers. But because the Lord Jesus Christ blessed me to be an athlete, I should have went into the cities of Chicago. I should have told a lot of my young African-American brothers there and my kids there, guys, hold on, get your education. It's going to be okay. Get your education. It's going to be all right. Hey, respect the police. Go home safe. Get home to your families. And remember, you can leave the wife, but don't leave your child. We give them those old things that I was brought up on from my father. Because I was blessed to have a mom and a dad. And I'm saying some kids are not. And Charlie, I want to say this, and I want to say this to all kids, not just the African-American kids. This is major for them, but to all kids, because there are problems in the United States of America that just not stemming for African-American.
The important thing is you can leave the wife, but you don't leave the kid. You're there for the child.
Yes.
And, one of the things actually, somebody just told me this, that they've done brain measuring of children, and it doesn't matter what you do with your kid. Literally, they say, like, just sitting there and being present, like actually, paying attention to the kid, they have the same brain response, and it's healthy. Herschel Walker told Diamond and Silk in 2020. Now, we don't have the clip of this because my Diamond and Silk membership ran out.
Sorry.
Wrong. Your card expired.
It's not on auto pay.
Weren't able to renew it.
And he said, if you have, quote, a child with a woman, even if you have to leave that woman, you don't leave the child, which he just
saying
said.
that.
Yeah, that's his
Campaign line.
Yeah.
Yeah, right after he refers to himself in the third person.
Correct.
Always a good sign.
Now, what does he mean by don't leave the child? I think it is like, you got to be part of their life.
Yeah, I mean, and he's passed this down to his own child here. I just want to put this up really quick.
Christian Walker.
Matt and Bradley.
Yeah, pop this up.
This is his son.
Who's Nick Cannon?
He's a celebrity who has had a bunch of children with some women recently.
Christian Walker says, why don't you read this tweet?
Nick Cannon and this was June 8th, so just a week ago. Nick Cannon is everything wrong with our culture, knocking women up and then being too busy banging other women to take care of his children. Fathers, control your ding-a-ling, get home, and raise your damn kids.
Raise your damn kids.
He's passed these values down to his son.
Yeah, and Christian Walker, has had the benefit of Herschel Walker raising him.
And we saw how that turned out.
I mean, look, you can't...
Counterpoint.
Counterpoint. Okay, fair enough. But
that's anecdotal.
Now, apparently the Daily Beast has reported that Herschel Walker, or I should say, what's his son's name? Christian Walker has a half brother that he doesn't know about.
What?
I mean, maybe he knows about, but that's sort of weird. maybe this is a way of Christian Walker being a little passive aggressive with his own dad. It turns out Herschel Walker has a secret son. The son, whose name the Daily Beast is withholding out of privacy concerns, has grown up more than 1,500 miles from Walker's Texas home. And the mother, whose name they're also withholding, had to take Walker to court a year after giving birth in order to secure a declaration of paternity and child support. And they have talked to multiple people about this. Apparently, Walker sends Christmas and birthday presents. He has otherwise not played an active parental role in raising the second son. In other words, he hasn't been there for the kid. He sent a present because Jesus said, you're going to be a good football player and you're going to get a lot of money. And so you'll be able to send a Christmas present and a birthday present to your son.
Did he send a father?
The child also has not met or spoken with his half-brother Christian, the person said. I wonder if Christian knows that he has a half-brother who his father has not spent any time with at home.
He knows now.
I guess so. The Walker's campaign manager, Scott Paradise, told the Daily Beast in a statement that Walker is, quote, proud of his children. So that's good.
Is he in their lives?
Herschel had a child years ago when he wasn't married. He supported the child and continues to do so. He's proud of his children. To suggest that Herschel is hiding the child because he hasn't used him in his political campaign is offensive and absurd. Well, I don't think it's a question of him using it. It's that Herschel Walker and his son, his other son, his second son, the son that he raised.
The secret one.
The non-secret
one.
The non-secret son.
Both feel that you should be raising the child in the home.
Yeah.
Even if you're not with the mother.
Also, we didn't try to use this kid in politics like we're using Christian. Like, you don't get credit for not using one son when you are using the other son.
Well, we didn't do that one because Herschel does not have a speaking relationship with him. He may. Let's see. So there it is.
What Herschel Walker is doing with like that kind of, cultural critique of black people
Pathologizing.
For the Charlie Kirk audience or for whatever. I mean, it really is quite despicable. The hypocrisy is like one angle to it. Naturally, of course, all of these conservatives are hypocrites in some way or another when they proselytize their morality. But like the role that he plays for white conservatives to be like, yeah, he's saying what I really think.
Yeah.
That there's a level of despicableness that I think, I don't know, it's infuriating.
I mean, and it's funny because he did raise Christian right because Christian is also using his minority status to speak directly against like things that would help that minority. So
Yeah.
It's like a family cottage industry.
Business.
That family values, their family values.